All right, today we're talking to Walt Weiss. He's the owner of BPI Strategy Group. Walt, tell us how long you've been part of LPW.
I've been part of the group since January of 2012, Chris.
That's very specific. Excellent. So as far as the e-learning system goes, just give us a little explanation or rundown of kind of how you utilize that with your small business clients and how you, what kind of benefits they're getting from that.
Okay, I probably use it a little differently than a lot of our coaches. It's not my primary product or the primary thing I use. When I come across a small business less than $1 million in annual revenue who really needs help but can't really afford some of the other stuff that I do, I will put them into the system for a year and then see how they go. Also, I do a lot of work with veterans who want to start businesses or grow businesses. So when a veteran comes to me and is looking to start a business, after we get his business plan completed and he gets his business name and he gets all set up, I put him into the startup site. And that helps him figure out what he needs to do and how he needs to do it, gives him sort of a roadmap to follow. Now, when a established business comes to me, veteran business, and vets get this for free. I give it to them for free. I just put them in it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So when an established business, veteran business comes to me, I put them in the e-learning system, my BPI Marketing Academy site, It gives them some of the strategies and tactics they need to grow their business. Now, in the mainstream business that I work with, my typical market is high-tech CEOs and companies who want to sell to government. For the high-tech CEO piece, when we get into the marketing side of things, the marketing and the ad library is invaluable for the things we want to do, especially since I'm in IT. And the IT portfolio was really fleshed out quite well. That gives us a lot of stuff to work with.
Awesome. So as far as those clients that are using that kind of stuff, do you see them getting the kind of results that they need, or are you seeing them stick around as clients? Are you retaining them as clients for a longer period of time because of what you get out of the e-learning system?
Yeah, they typically stick around. I give them 6 months for free. The veterans, they get it for 6 months, and just about every one of them comes back and wants it for longer, so I give them another 6 months. And I have some that's been around probably 18 months to 2 years on it, they stay with it. They work through it. I check in with them at least once a month, sometime a little less, but at least once a month I do a check-in just to see how they're doing. And they're working through it. I follow their progress. And the other thing is, I find those weekly videos are really great, and I send some of those when I get a CEO of a smaller company, say somewhere less than $5 million. I'll drop them in it, and so they get the benefit of those videos because those are really good.
You talking about the weekly video series?
The weekly videos, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, excellent. So the ones that teach the fundamentals or the weekly group coaching?
No, I tell them about the weekly group coaching. I don't know how many's in on it, but these are the ones that we mail out or email out.
Right, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So they're teaching everybody the fundamentals over the course of a year. That's the nice benefit of that is it's all automated.
Yep,
so
exactly.
You don't have to go in and manually email those or anything like that. So that's awesome. So as far as, just being able to increase kind of what you're looking at in coaching revenue, have you seen a dramatic increase because of what you're able to offer to a wider array of business owners? Obviously, with the veterans, there's no revenue increase there since they're given away for free, which is great. I think that's the benefit.
I get a lot of referrals from that.
Sure.
I get a lot of references from that. You'd be amazed at how many people come back to me. I've built what I call a book of proof, and a lot of it is based on the use of the system, people come back to me and say, "This is the greatest thing since sliced bread." So, my revenue's probably doubled, probably maybe a little bit more than doubled since I started using it, and it keeps increasing. Again, it's not the biggest piece in what I do, but it sort of fills in some holes and some gaps. Like before, if a client came to me and they were less than $1 million, I really couldn't do anything for them. They couldn't afford the stuff I was doing, the high end stuff, and they really didn't need that high end kind of coaching and analysis and assessments that I do. And this fills that gap. This is a perfect fit for that lower revenue business owner who really needs help and is willing to do some work on his business rather than in his business.
Yeah, for sure. And again, that automated process really probably helps simplify all of that. So do you provide, now you said you check in with them, so are you doing any kind of group coaching calls or anything with them, or is it just periodic check-ins with them to kind of hold them accountable, make sure that they're utilizing the information and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I do not do any group coaching. They get the group coaching that comes with the program, and then as you said, I check in about once a month or so. The first couple of months, it's maybe every 3 weeks or so. I want to make sure they're started, make sure they're into it. If they got any questions, I'll answer questions. I'll spend a little bit of time, but I don't spend a lot of time with it. If they need me, they know how to get me. I give them email access. They have email access. And if they send me an email, I'll usually respond within a day.
Okay, excellent. What kind of percentage would you say, just off the top of your head, that out of those e-learning clients stay engaged with the system for a long period of time?
It depends on how you find a long period of time. I had one that was on there 3 years since I started. Been there the whole time. Most of them stay. They stay there 6 months to a year, give or take, and then I'll move them out and I'll put them into one of my other programs. It's kind of what I do. I put them into a retainer program, or we'll do a scale down, what I call a 360 assessment. Instead of a 3-day, it's a 1-day or something. It's a deep dive into the company. So they'll move into that, and then they'll go into a retainer program until they graduate.
Is that a pretty good percentage of those that make that transition?
At least half.
Okay, that's
at least
half. I think that's a good percentage.
Yeah. See, and I'm not pushing it. I don't push it. Sure.
Yeah, but you have that 6 months to a year to build their confidence in you and everything with what they're getting. So that's good.
And
though,
a lot
if you're
of times I get
seeing
a referral out of it.
Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. That's as good as anything, really. I mean, that's you're getting somebody else's promotion of what you're offering. That's gold.
Yeah, it doesn't cost me anything.
Yep, absolutely. Anything else you want to add before we sign off?
I really like it. I pull stuff out of it myself to use sometimes. If I'm doing a presentation, like I'm doing one for a small business group here in New Hampshire, the end of October, and I'm doing everything you were taught about marketing your business is wrong. I'm doing a similar one for the National Veterans Conference, if they accept it. I put it in this morning. They asked me for topics, so I gave them that one and another one. We'll see how that goes. But
and so that everything wrong is everything wrong presentation comes right out of our coaches training. So you've done that. Anything you want to add on the coaches training?
No, the coaches training is great. If you've got people, if we have members who haven't done it, I highly recommend they do it. I did the social media training also. I tend to use LinkedIn because my clients and my prospects and my target market is on LinkedIn. That was more geared toward Facebook. I do some Facebook, but I don't get a lot of clients out of it. LinkedIn is where my market is on the social media side. But the coaches training for me was really good. It gave me some ideas on some things I can do with my higher end clients. So, from that standpoint, it was really good. And if there are coaches out there who are on the fence, I think they should do it. It's fabulous.
Yeah, excellent. Then, and going back to one thing you said a little bit ago, as far as the e-learning system and using some of the marketing for yourself, you do a lot of your promotion of webinars through direct mail, right?
I do direct mail and email.
Okay. And
I set them up I use GoToWebinar for the live, and then it's recorded. I export it to an MP4 and ship it over to Stealth Seminar, and they hang it, and the recording goes that way. On that, I have several that are out there that are running. I'm going to be updating them here. Once things slow down in December, I'll have some time on my hands, I hope, and I can get a lot of those updated.
And so what the material you're using to promote those comes direct from the e-learning system, is that right?
Some of it does, yeah. Some of the emails I use or some of the stuff that's in there. I have adapted a lot of, since I've been doing them. I've sort of adapted my email system. I use Hatchbuck as my autoresponder, so that sends out everything. Right. I use Lead Pages to promote the webinar. That's where the sign up is, and then those that sign up get dropped into a different sequence into Hatchbuck, so so they're reminded of it. So that's kind of how I run it. When I first did it, I looked at some of the things in the e-learning system, but I've adapted them more to my style and to what I'm doing, and it works pretty well. The webinars themselves, the material though, especially everything you were ever taught, is a great one. I do that one, and when somebody comes to me for the first time, I send them to the 74-minute Everything is Wrong video. That's a mandatory thing before they sign up. They got to watch that video.